Are you ready? All right,
I'm recording now too.
Fantastic. I'm gonna stop my recording and delete that for space.
No. Oh, you need space?
Nah, it's fine. We'll see what happens. Maybe it'll just stop. Oh yeah, here we go. The official start to the recording. All right, everyone.
Sweet. Josh.
Is now joining.
Lawrence.
Is now joining.
Does this meeting have an agenda? We're gonna start the meeting.
Yep.
So it's great to have you all here with us today. So I just want to introduce a couple people on the podcast today. So we have Josh Corsola with us.
That's me.
That's him. Then we have John, the silent one.
That's him.
I'm guessing nodding his head. Oh, great.
John's not leaning on his tower today. He's sitting on the chair.
Oh, I thought we decided that it was a fortress.
His fortress. He wasn't sitting in his fortress.
Oh, that's good. Cool. Well, I just want to call this meeting to order.
Yes.
Start off with, Josh, could you just review the agenda?
Yeah,
for us?
absolutely. So
Great.
the agenda today.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we had our introduction, which you did, and
Thank
then
you.
now it's the agenda overview, which I'm doing right now.
Fantastic.
We'll catch up for a couple moments, and then we're gonna ask each other some questions. Because I think people were left on a cliffhanger the other day. We didn't ask each other too many questions, so we'll ask more questions.
Great.
And then we got thanks and shout outs.
Blank as always.
Blank as always.
Yeah.
We got the launch recap,
Okay.
which we launched our first episode Friday.
Yeah.
That was
Friday
awesome.
of last.
Yep. And then we'll adjourn the meeting. So
Fantastic.
we'll figure that out. Was that under 1 minute? I hope
I
so.
think so.
If
Are you
good.
timekeeping?
Now I am.
Great.
Okay, excellent.
I mean, that's a pretty important part of a meeting, I feel,
I think so.
that no one likes to do.
No, you can't. Yeah, you have to. I feel like in order for a meeting to go well, you have to be on time.
Have you been in meetings where they have had timekeepers, but they were like too shy to change the subject when it was time? Like, we'll talk about this for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. No.
No?
Oh, I thought you meant like a timekeeper, as in like there's a person in the back with a stopwatch and then like an air
Yeah.
horn.
I think some companies would want that.
I think so.
Like-
the ones that are like,
Yeah.
we need to be efficient. You
And they're
know?
like, we don't want to go over on this topic because it doesn't really matter to us.
Right.
But people love talking about it.
We'll send it in an email.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, how are you? What'd you get up to? Well, the week has it just started.
Yeah.
So maybe we could talk about what was going on last week.
Yeah, last week was pretty good. We've moved into our new place.
Sweet.
And man, my friends are just so generous. We have all of these new kitchen appliances. And I didn't know I would ever own one. So
A kitchen appliance?
just like nice things. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
So we got a KitchenAid mixer.
Like a stand mixer?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it's so good. Yeah, a bunch of our friends, I think, pulled some money together and got it for us. And I think it's still in the box. No, is it still in the box? We just don't know what to do with it. We're like so excited.
Wow. And
Yeah.
that's like huge because don't you like to bake?
Yeah.
I remember when we'd like hang out, like every time that we'd hang out, it was like, hey, do you want this thing that I made? I'm like, what? Yeah, sure. Kind of random, but of course.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're big on baking. So
Nice.
it's going to be pretty well used, I feel. So we're like really excited about that. A friend got us a new coffee machine.
No way.
Yeah. A super automatic, like pretty pricey machine. And we're like, oh
Wow.
wow.
Like, is it like a coffee machine, as in like you make like coffee, like milk drinks and stuff like that?
Yeah. So it's like one of those one button operated ones. So you just pick like cappuccino or whatever and it'll
Oh,
produce one for you.
like, and it throws in the milk and everything for you.
Yeah. And it's like an 8 out of 10.
Okay, wow.
It's not the 10 out of 10, you know, like if you got really into it, you
Yeah.
could dial things in
Right.
kind of machine. But it is a, you know, I just want a quick, non, like, I don't have to watch it kind of
Yeah.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
like coffee for the people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
It's super great. So we're excited to use it. We hooked that baby up, and now we just need to get beans for it, and then we're good to go.
What's your go-to bean?
Oh, I don't know. There's so many. So we're in the lower mainland of British Columbia. That's where we're located, and there's a lot of great coffee shops that produce beans here. So we usually go for like a shop that kind of roasts their own.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll have or has a house brand that they use.
Nice. Oh yeah.
So one of those ones. You
Cool.
know. Yeah. Do you have one? What's
awesome.
your like go-to just regular coffee? Like I don't think you're an
Go-to
espresso guy, but
Yeah. No. So I don't know. I like if it's well, some of these like local coffee shops, they have like they also have coffee from like local roasters.
oh yeah.
And so one of me and my brother's like favorite go-to, it'll show up in a couple of shops here, but Monogram.
Monogram.
So Monogram
Where's
is
that
a roaster from Calgary, I believe. Yeah, and he also too when our friend Figs, Nathan Figs.
Great name.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nathan Figs.
Nathan Figs. So his now fiance is from Edmonton, and he visits her a lot more often than not. And every time he goes up there, my brother asks for Rogue Wave beans, which is in Edmonton, I believe. And so every time that he goes up, he's like, buy us like 5 bags.
Oh wow.
And not really 5 bags, but like more like 2. but yeah, just like if you know he's also out of beans right now, and so I have to go look for a bag. I think they got bags of beans here, coffee beans here, so I might have to pick up a bag. But yeah,
See how it goes.
It's just anywhere local, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So how are you feeling now the camp's over? You have time to, unwind or?
Yeah, I'm actually on vacation right now.
Are you?
Dude, I'm on vacation, and so the first day of vacation, I get a work message.
Oh.
And I'm not supposed to, you're not supposed to take work messages, or it's like not advisable. But this was like the best work message that you could receive on vacation.
Free food somewhere?
No, they said, Josh, we need you to take more vacation. And so I'm like, yes, ma'am. And I'm taking like 2 weeks in August, which is going to be awesome. So,
Oh, great.
yeah.
Yeah, big plans? You going to do Black Tusk? Just kidding. I don't know. That's like pretty big.
Yeah, probably not. I might go up to Vernon.
Yeah?
To go visit some friends. And then, just out in the interior, like in Kamloops and Karameas. We're gonna go camping there. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I didn't know where Karameas was until like 3 months ago.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
Is that a city?
Yeah, apparently it's like two and a half hours away from Kamloops. So it's kind of fun.
Is it close to the Alberta border?
I don't know. No, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah. So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you? From camp? Yeah, I think so. Recovered from it.
Yeah.
Like so it ended on the Friday.
Okay.
But then we were gonna have one the Sunday. It was gonna be like the final. Like it's going to be because at the church we have like a family service.
Yeah.
And they wanted the kids camp crew to lead the worship portion at the church. And so I was doing like ready set move, like the dance and everything in front of all of my like adult friends and everything like that. And we're playing like My Lighthouse in front of like all the adults and this like silly like kid song, and And so that was like, it was crazy. It felt like that 1 week and then it ended. And then we had that like full day or like that day on the Sunday. And so you'd think that I'd get to rest on the Saturday, but I was at a wedding the whole day.
The whole day?
On Saturday, yeah.
Wow.
Because we were doing music for the ceremony. And then our friend, Heather is Growing, shout out to Heather is Growing. She asked me and my other friends to play music at the reception as like the floor band or like the dance floor band.
Mm-hmm.
And that was fun. It was hard because the monitoring wasn't that great. We couldn't hear ourselves.
Oh.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have plans next week or this week?
Next
What do you
week,
got
this
going
week.
on this week?
This week, I don't know. Next week we're doing a house cooling party. Have you heard of a house cooling party?
I know what a house warming party is. What's a house
Yeah.
cooling party? Is that when you like intentionally not invite your friends to come over? What is that?
You're like, so we're having a no. It's a the space that we were in first
Okay.
has been really impactful for a lot of people and a lot of neighbors in our surrounding area.
I believe it.
Yeah, like my wife has been working with students who would
Yep.
come over and have tea and take naps and stuff on the couch or just recharge.
Mhm.
So they're bummed that we're leaving that space because we're leaving that space. But they're also bummed that I think they won't have access to it when they want to or when they
Oh.
need it.
Yeah.
So as like a send-off party for the apartment, the unit,
Yep.
we're gonna have some people over who have been impacted by just like being in the space, so they can kind of say their goodbyes and kind of like cool the place for the next
Yeah.
person.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of like almost like some sort of like closure that they
Yeah,
can get or what?
exactly. So give people a chance to have some closure, to say goodbyes, to like reminisce a little as we take this next step in kind of our marriage and our living together situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we'll have a bedroom in the new place, so it's great.
Did you guys not have a bedroom before?
No, we just had a studio.
Oh, I
So
understand.
people like just walk in and it's like the whole apartment is there.
everything.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there you go. No, that's cool. You step in, it's like this is the bedroom and the kitchen.
And the living room. The
Wow.
only room you don't see is the toilet.
There you go. That's wild. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, Rachel, I tried to burp subtly through my teeth, but you're probably going to hear that.
I think I did that too, but
Nice.
we'll leave that for the editors.
Yeah, there you go. Moving on. Well,
So
hey,
yeah.
wait, what's up?
Go, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say we got a couple of questions.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's ask away. Who went first last time? Do you remember? Did I go first?
Possibly. So
Nice.
you should go first again.
No, you should go first. You should go first.
Tell me no kidding. Like right away. So we're going off this one book. It's called Can I Ask You a Question?
Yeah.
And if you want to know more about it, probably just ask us in person. I don't know if we can say anything about the book,
No.
like legally.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that might not even be the title.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
You'll have to find out by asking us.
Ask us. Leave a comment.
So here, tell me a time.
Mm.
This isn't really a question, but
Right.
I'm eliciting a response. So
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
it's-
of course, of course.
Tell me a time in your life when your intuition made a really good call.
My intuition?
Your man's intuition.
Like my man's or just like
just-
my intuition.
Your intuition. Your Filipino intuition.
My
It doesn't
Filipino
matter.
intuition? I don't know. I can't think of a time when my intuition, like, it was like a good call to follow my intuition.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Let me think here. Yeah.
I think like
help me out.
my intuition is bad is also like okay.
I don't know if I follow my intuition. I feel like I'm a little bit more like by the books, I think. My intuition is to follow along, like to go along with the guidelines. Actually,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
My intuition I think like sorry, if there is like, if there is a like two ways to go about a situation, like one, follow the books, or like do like, status quo or something like that, or if there's like an opportunity to go at something like relationally, like this is dealing with people, right?
Yeah, totally.
In relation to people, like I think that I'm more, my intuition to kind of like go off script and be more relational in a situation, if I feel like it would help, that's where I would go to, just because I feel like sometimes like going by the book or by the script can be really cold, and it doesn't always see people for people. And I think that's just I guess, for lack of better words, like inhumane, and not like it's like, oh, inhumane, but in like all sense of that word, not seeing the person as a person. And so I think that's my my and every time I feel like I do so, it always helps. Yeah, it's always, I guess, like welcomed or like invited by the other person. And so yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Great.
What do you pretend to understand but really know nothing about?
Ooh, there's so many things that I don't know if I pretend to understand, but
or maybe just like maybe one of those things where it's like one what maybe like if I'm able to like change the question a little bit.
Yeah.
What is something that people think that you know a lot about but you don't know as much as they think you know?
Oh, I think probably because I've traveled a lot in the past year. My guess is people think that I know how to travel well.
Oh.
They're like, hey, where have you been in the past year? And then there's like a whole list of places. And they're like, wow, you must be really good at this. You must like know how to, you have like so many tips that you could share. And I'm like, maybe, but I'm sure an average person probably knows just as much. Like there's like a lot just on the internet.
Yeah. And you probably follow those things on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, I probably just got it from these people. Like, I don't know if there's like specific travel influencers. There's probably a ton with a huge following.
Sure.
And I've probably just have scrolled past their videos because Google, and different apps on your phone, they just listen to you all the time.
All the time.
So you just say like travel like 2 or 3 times and all of a sudden they just pop up. And that's probably one of the big ones where like you probably have a lot of experience getting something to do with flights. And I'm like, I mean, I just use the app that everyone else uses. So I assume that's the best. Is there like a secret people use? I remember like Brinley and I, when we're getting our flights, she's like, we have to book our flight on this specific day and time because that's when it's the cheapest.
Right.
And I was like, I don't even know if that's true, but we'll do it.
There you go.
But yeah.
Would you say that traveling is different from like your like, because when I think traveling, I think also like exploring and like expedition and like knowledge of like the like camping or like backpacking and stuff like that. Would you say that you're more, do you think that you know more about that stuff and like being outside and like gear and stuff like that for that than you are with traveling?
Maybe. But one of the things people also assume, because I like to go outdoors, is that I have first aid. And I don't. I really don't. Like if we're leading a group and someone gets hurt, my instinct is to leave them and go find
Go find help.
Go find help. Go find a place with cell phone reception or where there's other hikers who know how to do first aid.
Nice.
Because I don't at all.
There you go.
Like I bring Band-Aids with me and a first aid kit and maybe like saline solution or something.
Sweet.
But if it's like, if someone is really hurt, it's like, I'll just get help.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like, I know.
I'm like, are you okay? If I leave for 45 minutes, will you be fine?
Yeah. Just gonna go help, like find help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to find, because I don't know what to do.
There you go. Well, it's better not to kind of like fudge your way through that. It's better to like call somebody who actually knows what they're doing. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, there you
So
go. Nice.
people would always, yeah, I think people assume that about me, but I have no idea.
Mm.
I could apply Band-Aid.
There you go. Awesome.
Yeah. So Josh,
Mm.
what is a memento you'll hold on to for the rest of your life?
Memento
Yeah.
that I will hold on to for the rest of my life? That's a good question. Remind me again what a memento is.
I think it's like a thing of only value to you. Like if you like went to a baseball game and you caught a ball.
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
that's like a memento of the game.
For sure.
And I think some people keep those forever.
Yeah. I have a shoebox full of like cards. Like either like birthday cards or like thank you cards and stuff like that, Christmas cards. I keep the ones that are like very like from people that I like love and people who love me and who have written kind of like these encouraging things or just like reminding me of who I am to them. And I keep a shoebox of those, and I like for the ones that I keep, I throw in there, just because I think on days where I don't feel like very good about myself, or like I start to like doubt myself, I like open it up and read it, and yeah, it's like, it's not just in my head, or not that I think that I am these things, but other people think that I am like like a loving person, or a person that's able to have the capacity to be thoughtful, or all this stuff. It's like, it's I'm okay. We're gonna be all right. So yeah, I have those, and then also just like concert like ticket stubs and stuff.
Okay.
I think are pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was one of your most favorite or memorable concerts?
I think when I went to go see Robert Glasper.
Good.
Yeah. He was really cool.
Yeah.
Robert Glasper, he's like a jazz pianist. And he had at the time, I think it was a trio, like a trio experiment.
Like 3 pianos?
Like three people?
On one piano?
No. It was him on piano. And then I think another guy, he wasn't there, but he has this a bass player named Derek Hodges. Mm-hmm. And another guy, Casey Benjamin, who played either saxophone, soprano sax, or he had like a vocoder type beat, or he would play keys and something to do with his voice. It sounded like auto-tune almost, but it's more so of a vocoder, and they do like cool arrangements of different tunes. Yeah. They have a tune called they did a version of Smells Like Teen Spirit, and it's like so cool. But yeah, anyways, awesome. So I saw them in Seattle, and me and my brother were coming out of the show, and we saw actually a the front man and his other the other guitarist for one of our favorite bands, King's Kaleidoscope. We walked past, and I just caught his eye. I looked over, and I'm like, oh, that guy looks familiar, and I'm pretty sure I took 3 steps forward and then 3 steps back, and I just looked at them, and they must have thought that I was so crazy. But I was like, are you Chad? They're like, yeah, you look familiar. I'm like, that doesn't matter. It's okay. Can I take a picture? Is that cool? And it was awesome. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Oh,
just open this. What is the most valuable or amusing life hack you've learned, and how did you come to know it?
The most valuable or amusing life hack? I don't know. What is the most... Oh, the most amusing one is this. So, you can remember to do almost anything through muscle memory, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are like little things that you can do, and if you do it enough, you can just do it like super quickly, and it amazes people. So I can do this, but if you try to do this with your hands, I bet you can't.
Oh crap! Wait, what?
So if you raise your thumb and your pinky on two separate hands, like on your left hand, put your thumb up,
Yeah.
and then on your right hand, put your pinky up,
Yeah.
and then switch it. It's like pretty hard for most people, and then like so that's like kind of fun.
Yeah.
But you can learn to do most any, I think, physical action like that.
Ah,
That's like a fun life hack you could do.
nice.
Yeah, and then I think just tying knots. Do you know how to tie knots?
I wish I did. I could only tie knots. I could only tie knots like if I'm like tying my shoe, or like a, I don't know. I think it's called like a slip knot or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
great.
But I I wanted to learn so bad like the was it the bowline
The bowline, yeah.
the bowline
That's a
knot
great
and
one.
just like other knots, but I just like the thing like what you were saying, right? Like with the muscle memory and stuff, you could like do it like on command, or like tie these knots on command. But because I don't like I don't have any context other than like to practice them,
Yeah.
you just don't remember how to do so.
So I learned how to tie a bowline and then a trucker's hitch
Yeah.
with a locking trucker's hitch, because I got rid of, well, I lost actually all of my ratchet straps for my truck. I don't know where they are. So I had to like tie things down with rope, and then I learned how to do these knots.
There you go.
So I think, because you sometimes drive a truck,
I do.
and if you have to tie something down, that's like a great place to just practice.
Where do you get your ropes?
Like the rope store? No. The like liquidation ropes? No. At just like anywhere. Like I think
Okay.
any hardware store has rope. You could use like paracord,
Oh yeah.
or you
yeah,
could use
makes
like
sense, makes
whatever
sense.
rope you can find. But
Nice.
yeah, and then also sometimes I ride on my friend's sailboat, and he's like, "Hey, can you tie this knot to make sure this thing doesn't come off?" And I'm like, "Yup, sure."
Can do.
And then
Finger
he's like,
guns.
"That's not it."
Dang.
I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I don't know that one." But then, so I learned a few just so that I don't embarrass myself.
Nice.
But that's a great life hack, I think. Just knowing some knots, like it's really simple to do.
Nice.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's not really a hack. I guess it's just like learning.
It's
something.
just a learned skill.
Just a skill that you need in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Hey, producer John,
Yeah.
can I ask one more question before we move on? Okay, sick. Okay, so y'all celebrated, you and Brinley celebrated 3 months of marriage.
We did.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
She was telling me, she was like, yeah, he just like handed me coffee and was like, happy anniversary. I'm like, what? I was like, oh, nice, Brinley. It's good of you to remember. Which you probably made on the on the new coffee maker that y'all had, no?
We made that. We didn't have the coffee, the new one then.
Oh, shoot.
So it was on the old one,
Nice.
which took more work. So I
There
feel
you
like it's
go.
more special.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, like, I guess it doesn't count because it's just coffee. But
No. Anyways, the question I was gonna ask was,
Yep.
what is the most like significant thing that you've learned in the 3 months of marriage?
with 3 months of marriage, okay. So there are, I think, not very much that we could say about longevity because it's
Yep.
only been 3 months.
Right.
But I would say the main thing is to try and understand what's happening, because there are times when like I don't really know why we're talking about something,
Yep.
and then it's because I missed the I got lost along the way.
Right.
Like, I don't know if you've had conversations where you're like have like a moment where you zone out and then you come back to it and you're like, where are we? Have you had that?
More often than I'd like to admit, actually.
You're like, and then like the emotion has changed in the conversation. You're like, I totally missed something. We're like really excited about this, or we're not excited about something. Like it's not a fight or anything like that. But we went from like just discussing it, and now there's like excitement.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I missed when we
Why
jumped.
we were excited?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like you must have said it, or like something like that.
Mine is the opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I jump in and Danelle's like, weren't you listening? I'm like, oh, rats, she caught me. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
So that was like a big thing. We're like, okay, I lost along the way. Let's try to like pick up where I got lost. And usually she's like really gracious and she's like, oh, like this is what we were talking about. I'm like super excited about like whatever thing.
Nice.
Like we're going to see friends or something and it's really exciting, or like we're going to make a pit stop for something that she really likes. And we're like, okay, this is great. Or all of a sudden something's like a little upsetting. And it's like, oh, because we're not going to be able to do activity X or something.
Right.
Like we're going to have to sacrifice to do it. So, but yeah, just like learning to pick up where and being like humble enough to ask, and like the other person being humble enough to say, oh, like maybe like I lost you along the way.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll go back.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, man. Well, thanks for sharing that.
No worries.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sick.
I know. So what are we up to now?
Well, on the agenda, we're at the thanks and shout outs.
Oh, okay.
So, are there specific people that you'd like to thank?
I think I'd like to thank anyone who is a listener who's now a fan. Like if you've made it to fandom, like thank you so much for sticking with it. Like I know it might have been rough, but like it's good to know that there are those out there who are like, I could listen to this at least one more time. You know, maybe we'll have some ex fans, but that's okay. We have fans, and I very much enjoy that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was like, wait, no, that's good. It's good. No,
That's good.
I was just like, was not expecting for like people to become like fans. Like, yeah, I feel like we did not give them enough, like enough stuff to become fans. But I guess if they're fans, they would be really committed, I guess.
I think so. I hope so.
Well, I mean, it's true. I guess if you are a fan, then thank you.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
I know.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
Are there specific people or like specific fans that you'd like to thank?
I think anyone who I don't know if there's specific people, but I would like to thank those who listened and rated us, but then it wasn't rated on the app.
Oh,
because I know that there's people like that. It's like, hey, like they wanted to go through with us our statistics or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, but I'm not any of these people. And like, I definitely rated and it's not here.
Oh, oops.
But
There
we
you go.
still appreciate you.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate you.
And anyone who gave us like a 5-star review on one episode beta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The pilot episode.
I know.
The launch episode.
That means a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
How do you think that the launch went?
Did we soft launch? Did
Like,
we do,
I think it was a soft launch. We didn't
Yeah.
make a whole lot of noise about it.
I think that goes to our personalities.
I think so too. All three of us.
Yeah, it's like we'll just like hopefully that we can shoehorn our podcast into your listening.
Yeah, just here, take this.
Just like, oh, you got like an extra like little bit of time that you need to fill with talking. Okay, good.
Well, like even John was like on on his Instagram was like, if you have stuff to do and just want to listen to people talk, like try our podcast. But honestly, Me too. Yeah. That's how I would have done it too.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're driving to work today and you're listening,
Watch out! Just kidding.
So, yeah, well, that's great. Or Daniel, if you're listening to this, get back to work.
All the Daniels.
I'm kidding.
Not just the one.
I'm kidding.
No, it's really the one. You know who you are. You know what's happening.
Oh man, we love you, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
that was really. How about you? Is there anyone specific you want to shout out to?
well, like all those who kind of just like posted on their socials, and like or not exclaimed to us, or just like made it known to us that they listened to the episode. It's like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks so
That
much.
means a lot. John yesterday at church was like, we're up to like 12 listens.
12.
I'm like, sweet,
Double
dude,
digits.
Like 3 of those were probably from me.
It's like I listened on Spotify, then switched over to
That's right.
like
Are we
Amazon
on
Music.
Are
I
we
don't
on
know.
anything else?
I think the way we post it goes to like multiple platforms.
Oh, sick.
Hopefully.
Producer John is confirming.
Oh,
so
great.
he's like, yes.
Yeah.
I
So if
see.
you can, just listen on different platforms at the same time.
Yeah,
It's Patter Stats.
that's right. Patterns. Yeah. Sweet. Well,
Yeah, I think that covers like launch recap too.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's good.
Yeah, we're really, we're really on this
I
agenda.
think so.
I feel-
Well, what's the last thing on the agenda?
Adjournment. Peace.
Bye.
All right. Good.
That's a wrap.
Love y'all.
Cue the music.
Let me